United States unemployment claims lower, but historically high, at 1.5 million weekly minimum weekly practice since mid-March, but shows that the speed of layoffs is no longer significantly reduced. The number of workers applying for unemployment benefits and benefiting from the job has historically stabilized at high levels. It shows that hundreds of thousands of workers lose their jobs every week as the labor market improves. The Office of Labor said in a statement Thursday that new applications for benefits were raised to 1.5 million seasonally adjusted, down 58,000 in the week ended June 13. Although at least weekly practice since mid-March, it has shown that the speed of layoffs has not decreased significantly. The number of Americans receiving allowances for the week ended June the 6th decreased by 62,000 to 20.5 million. These ongoing claims are reported with a 1-week delay. A steady person in the aid roles claimed that employers recruited or remembered workers were rebalanced by new layoffs, as states have allowed more businesses to be reopened in recent weeks. Other signs of economic growth also emerged, including a recovery in retail spending following record drops in May. However, with the recession of the economy this year, many companies have left millions of people unemployed since the pandemic hit. Employers added to payrolls in May, but only offset about 1 in 10 jobs lost in April and March. Recent data indicate a higher volume of workers are moving in and out of jobs, said Royan Reid, an economist at Berenberg Capital Markets. You're going to see elevated levels of layoffs because some businesses will permanently close, she said, but hiring and rehiring will outweigh that this summer, especially as you see big cities such as New York reopen. According to the Labor Department, new weekly unemployment demands are significantly lower than the peak of 6.9 million in late March. However, the last 1.5 million totals are far above the highest weeks record this year ago, 695,000 in 1982. Most states reported fewer unemployment applications last week, but some reported an increase in initial unemployment claims, including Texas, New York, New Jersey, and Nevada. According to the Labor Department, the number of Americans receiving unemployment benefits approached 20 million over the course of a few weeks and dropped from about 25 million peaks in early May. However, unemployment has remained at historically high levels. Prior to this year, most Americans who received unemployment benefits in 1 week were 6.6 million in 2009, according to the Labor Ministry's records in 1967. Michelle Holder, an economist at John Jay College in New York, remains uncertain of the economy. He said that unemployment insurance applications and buyer levels will only gradually decrease in the coming weeks when the first wave of layoffs pass. It will be a while before we reach Great Recession levels, she said, referring to 2007 and 9 recession, much less pre-pandemic levels. The unemployment pension has been extended to those who previously worked on their own account and who could not benefit from these benefits, including employees of the gig economy. Last week, 761,000 people asked for help through this program, which is accounted for separately from the regular unemployment insurance scheme and is not seasonally adjusted. In the week that ended on May the 30th, the most recent available data, the number of payments received through the program fell from 445,000 to 9.3 million. Ms. Holder said it is important to have almost a third of the unemployment benefit areas that fall into this category. How quickly these workers can return to employment will affect the recovery rate of the economy. These are the type of people you want working on a robust economy, she said. They start businesses and have an entrepreneurial spirit. The federal government pays $600 additional unemployment benefits on the amounts approved by the states and allows many workers to earn more from their jobs. Although the Congress discusses whether payments will be extended or otherwise, the extra payment will expire at the end of July. The increased benefits have attracted those who may not have applied for any other help. All first aid applications have not been approved, and some Americans are likely to have made more than one application since mid-March. In some states, enforcement rules have changed, and some employees are recalled and later dismissed. Many Americans remain frustrated with the unemployment system, which was overwhelmed with claims this spring, creating backlogs of applicants. Elizabeth Dunn of Waukesha, applied for unemployment benefits in March after losing her job at a movie theater. The 53-year-old received a single payment, but nothing else the past 3 months. A spokesman for the state labor department said Ms. Dunn's claim is under review because she voluntarily quit a job earlier this year. Workers who leave jobs voluntarily are generally ineligible for unemployment benefits. Ms. Dunn said she did briefly hold a job as an elder care assistant but quit in February before the pandemic. She didn't feel comfortable working with older adults with significant medical problems, and she had the movie theater job she liked better. The state will not pay Ms. Dunn benefits while her case is under investigation, leaving her in limbo. Without jobless assistance or work, Ms. Dunn said she is struggling to pay rent and other bills. She was told the theater hopes to reopen later this month, but has not set a definite date. It's frustrating because I would still have a job if the theater was not shut down due to COVID, she said. I would have to agree that a major economic downturn is quite likely in the very near future. We have been on the greatest debt binge in history during the Obama years, and it is inevitable that this bubble will burst. Donald Trump basically has two choices. He could try to prolong this debt bubble for as long as possible, but that will make the ultimate outcome even worse. Or he could try to deal with the crisis right away, but that will mean an extraordinary amount of pain for all of us. No matter who won the election, we were going to have to deal with the consequences of decades of incredibly foolish decisions sooner or later. Let us certainly hope for the best, but without a doubt those that are preparing for challenging times ahead are showing incredible wisdom. And this includes both liberals and conservatives. As a society, we need to learn that things will never make us happy. Life is not about accumulating toys. Rather, we were created to love and to be loved. If you want to live a great life, learn how to be a person of great love. Unfortunately, most people never seem to learn that lesson. A couple of months ago, I reported that the total amount of household debt in the United States had reached a grand total of $20.5 trillion. If you break that number down, it comes to approximately $80,000 for every man, woman, and child in the entire country. In addition to that, we must also remember that corporate debt has approximately doubled while Barack Obama has been in the White House. State and local government debt is completely out of control, and the United States national debt is now sitting just under $26.3 trillion. Our greed is absolutely killing us, but we can't stop. So, we will continue to party until eventually somebody comes along and turns out the lights. Most of the idea, comment, information, and criticism containing in these videos have been created by Daily News Report. Before making any important investment decision, use the information contained in these videos as a starting point for conducting your own research. If you make any investment or legal decision, it is advised to consult an expert before making this decision.